Hey everyone, it's Joe from Gadgetry Tech, and today I'm just going to do a really quick overview video of the Nova lineup to hopefully help you understand the differences with all of them. It's not just the price and color, and when you get into the more expensive ones, there's different letter versions that can be also additionally confusing. So this is not a review. I have reviewed all of these, so check my channel if you want to learn more. I cover comfort, comparison to competitors, build quality, EQ tuning, sound quality, mic tests, you name it. If you want to learn more, check those out. They're very long videos. So let's start with the Nova 1. The Nova 1 is the most affordable one in the lineup, naturally being the smallest number. This is $60. It is a passive headset, which means aux only or analog only. This will plug into a console controller. It'll plug into a computer's headphone jack, your phone if you have an adapter to give yourself a headphone jack, because most don't have that anymore. But it uses the same drivers as these two. It just doesn't have any option to EQ tune it and save those settings to the headset. So if you're playing this on console, you're kind of stuck with the way the sound profile is, which doesn't have a lot of deep bass, the rumble bass, more of a warm sounding, I don't want to say muddy, but boomy bass, recessed mids, and the highs kind of go up and down a little bit. So the sound profile is fine. All of these are going to be fine for gaming. I actually, on my Nova 3 review, said how great these are for positional awareness. Their driver matching is excellent, and I think these are really good if you're considering whatever price range, especially for FPS or any kind of competitive gaming, or if you just want to have a lot of immersion in a lot of the games you're playing. Now, the Nova 1 includes a breakout cable, so if the included cord that I'm showing you here isn't long enough, there's one in the box that doubles this length, and then on the other end gives you a separate headphone and mic jack. That's going to be used on a desktop that doesn't have a combo port. The Nova 3 is basically the same thing as the Nova 1, but now they add RGB. It's $60 instead of $100. They feel the same on your head. So this is also corded only. The USB mode will work on your PlayStation. It'll work on PC, and you can save the EQ setting on the headset itself using the SteelSeries GG. So if you want more bass or more highs or whatever it may be, and I covered that in my review of this, you can tune it, save the settings, and now you can benefit from improved sound quality on console. You're just plugging directly into the console via USB and not the aux cord. If you connect this with the auxiliary 3.5mm cable, the headphone jack, it will sound the same as the Nova 1. So if that's how you're planning on using it, just save your money and buy the Nova 1. You're not getting an advantage at that point. You're just spending $40 for stuff you won't use. Now the Nova 3 adds, like I said, the RGB, which you can customize to an extent. It also has microphone side tone, and if you mute yourself, the microphone will light up in red. They all have retractable cords, not detachable, but that's fine. And this is still extremely comfortable, just like the Nova 1. Now, if you're buying this for Xbox, you could just stick with the Nova 1 and save your money, but if you're buying it to use on Xbox and PlayStation and PC, the Nova 3 still works on Xbox. You can only use the aux cable that's included, the auxiliary cable. So you cannot benefit from any of the custom EQ tuning for Xbox unless you buy an X version of the Nova lineup, which will take us here to the 7X in a moment. So this still works on every single platform. You're just not using USB on Xbox. That's the only restriction there. Now the 7X is actually one of my favorite ones here because of the value. So it's $180, $80 more than the Nova 3, but the 7X in particular works wirelessly on every platform. This model right here works wirelessly on PC, wirelessly on PlayStation and Xbox, and that includes chat. It's not just a headphone at that point. You might be asking, why did they make a 7P or just a 7? The 7 version, the one without a P, is basically your PC optimized version, and it's the only one that gives you like a dedicated game to chat mix for PC. Now the 7P version is basically just a color variant. You don't have some of the pros of the 7 for PC, and you don't have some of the pros of the 7X for cross-platform support. The 7P still works on computers, on PC, it just won't work on Xbox. So to me, I would really consider the 7X or the PC version, and both of those will work on PlayStation as well. And all of these work on Sony's Tempest 3D audio engine. They all work on Atmos because that's done on the computer side or the console side. You may have to pay for a license for some of that stuff, but all of these headsets are compatible because it's done on the system you're playing on. Now, I love the 7s because they honestly, wireless is super convenient for gaming. I hate dealing with cords unless I just want the sound quality benefits. So for casual gaming, wireless is great. The 7 has Bluetooth, and it's simultaneous Bluetooth, which means you can listen to music, you can make Discord calls all at the same time you're playing on whatever platform you want. Now, before Xbox recently rolled out Discord support, one of the big advantages with a headset like this is it will send the microphone to both your Bluetooth device and your console at the same time. So if you are on a phone call, for example, you can either talk to both parties at once and mute separately, or at least listen to both sources at the same time. I really like how versatile this is, and at $180, it's a really compelling option. To me, the biggest competitor is the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2 Max, which is $200, also cross-platform. That has a much stronger bass profile, so if you want more of that thunderous, impactful bass, it doesn't look as nice as this, in my opinion, but that's purely subjective. But it's $20 more, comparable battery life, still extremely comfortable, just a very strong clamp force on the 700 Gen 2. So I think a lot of people are going to like the 7X, and again, it's been one of my favorites. So now it's time to talk about the pros, the big boys. This is $60, $100, $180, $250, and $350. This is all USD, and this is all as of October of 2022. So the Pro being $250, I prefer to get the Xbox version here too. It just wasn't available at the time, so I just bought the regular Pro. I purchased all these, by the way, to compare. So this is very unbiased. The Pro version has 2 USB inputs on the back. This is the DAC, which is an awesome, awesome DAC. It's so easy to use. The Xbox version has a dedicated Xbox port, and the other one just says USB. The USB port works on PlayStation and PC. The Xbox port works primarily on Xbox. If you plug it into PC, it'll show up as an Xbox controller headset. You don't get the same controls, but it will still work. Now, the Nova 1, 3, and 7 use the same driver. They have very similar sound characteristics. The Pro models step up to a higher quality driver, which has better detail retrieval. It's not so much just a frequency response, but the subtle details are picked up and played, to me, much better. This is really, especially when tuned, you get better performance from music and movies. They also give you the protein leather ear cups, which are very, very soft, very durable, and you get better bass response because of that. Again, you have to EQ that because these are fairly neutral sounding headphones out of the box, but their imaging performance is excellent. So as far as the Pro, if you see the Xbox version, you just gain Xbox support. This version, the orange box, has 2 USB ports on the back, which will work on PlayStation, 2 computers, 2 PlayStations, etc. But this one will not work on Xbox. Now, there is a fallback. Technically, you can use this as an aux headset, auxiliary headset, and plug into the controller on Xbox. So this still will work on Xbox, but do not pay $250 for this headset just to plug into an Xbox controller. There are much better headphones for less money that are designed to work that way. So to me, I wouldn't consider it. This is basically if you want to use the DAC and get some of the professional streaming options too. Because this has line in and line out, this is better for live streamers. That's, I guess, the biggest advantage to the Pro series, in addition to the better sound quality and overall bass performance, is you get that the DAC that allows you to connect external devices, and it gives you a little bit more control on the streaming side. Now, the Pro wireless is the most expensive at $350, and there's a similar theme to the 7 and the Pro, in that if you get the Xbox version, it works wirelessly on all 3 platforms. One of the USB ports on the back only works on Xbox, and the other one will work on PC or PlayStation. If you buy the PlayStation or PC version, which is the orange box, both ports are USB. They will not work on Xbox at all. As far as comfort goes, I want to bring this up because this has active noise cancellation and Bluetooth. So from 250 to 350, you're basically getting a wireless version. You get hot swap batteries thanks to this little slot on the sides. You get 2 battery packs, which is awesome. Battery life is still good, by the way. You'll still get like 2-3 days of solid gaming, but before you even have to consider it. And that's like long all-day gaming sessions. But because this has active noise cancellation, there's a bump in the center of the baffle where the driver is. That's the internal microphones. That's how it's measuring the noise to cancel out. You feel that press in right here. And depending on your ear shape, it is awful. And some people cannot stand that. as a comfort thing. And I've seen, even though they love the headset, they've returned it just simply because of the comfort and either switch to this or a different model because this has no bumps. So to me, this is the most comfortable to wear of the two. Overall, I like the 7 because of the Airweave fabric. It breathes better, but these are the better headsets. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You do feel and notice the difference in sound quality and performance. So there is an upgraded ear pad coming out because this is replaceable. There's nothing coming or announced from SteelSeries yet, but there are aftermarket companies making new pads soon. I'll have a video on that once that's announced, and that's going to give you a little bit more space and alleviate that issue. Now, with the way my ears are shaped, that wasn't an issue. I was able to just play on this, and comfort has not been a problem. Wireless performance has been exceptional. One of my better wireless headsets. I don't have any real issues. However, the Pro at $100 less does sound slightly better because a physical cable has a higher bandwidth, there's less compression, and it sounds cleaner. They both sound incredible. This just has a slight edge that you really can't tell unless you're going back and forth between the two in the same room on the same source. So the Nova lineup is honestly pretty well stacked. You have so many different options for both platform, price point, features, etc. It gets a little bit more gray as you get into the more expensive range because there's so many good gaming headsets out there to choose from. The Pro series are packing a good mix of features and sound quality, reliability on the wireless side. I mean, there's a lot overall as a whole that makes them some of the best gaming headsets on the market right now as a dedicated gaming headset. I'm not talking about like audiophile stuff that you do your own custom mic with. These are basically some of the best you can buy. So I hope you found this helpful, this video that kind of explains in a more condensed format what the differences are. If I missed something or if you have questions, I suggest taking a look at my reviews for each. They are very in-depth and very long, so hopefully you learn everything you need from that. If not, shoot me a question in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out. But yeah, hopefully you like the content. If you need anything else, let me know. Otherwise, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow the channel a lot. Appreciate the support and everything I've seen. I'll have links in the description below for all of these. So if you decide that any of these are the right one for you, that supports the channel. I use that money to buy headsets like these because I can't get my hands on everything. SteelSeries may actually be working with me in the future, so I'm really excited about that. But as of right now and at the time of this review, I bought all of these. So anyway, thank you all again so much for the support. And with that being said, I will see you next time.